Why do artists become better when they're dead? Like me and everyone else in New York, I've been thinking a lot about the death of Pop Smoke. I've never seen an artist blow up in this city the way he did. I'd wake up every morning hearing someone play Dior. Every BMW speeding down the Ave was and still is blasting Christopher Walken saying they outside. He became the voice of NYC in like 6 months, and then died before he could enjoy it. He was never mainstream until he was alive, which I didn't realize until I went around the country, and whenever he came up in conversation, someone would be like, "You didn't listen to him until after he died." The sad reality for a young artist, dying is one of the best career moves you could have. If your streams are low, kill yourself and you'll go viral. Your publicity skyrockets, your label pushes you harder, and you become a legend, even if you don't really deserve it. My mom was asking me about Lil Peep. Lil Peep, why does a 50-year-old Asian woman know who Lil Peep is? Because when he dies, his life becomes a story. He gets a mainstream documentary with the perfect Rotten Tomato score, even though his music is pretty average. Drugged out SoundCloud rap isn't good enough to warrant a documentary on its own. But the face tats, the drug addiction, cult fan base, all that immortalizes him instantly. In a weird way, dying gives his work validity. It's like when Chester Bennington of Linkin Park killed himself, all his songs become real. I'm dancing with my demons, I'm hanging off the edge. People start saying, oh, he really meant that.
If Kurt Cobain was still alive, would his face be on every shirt at Urban Outfitters? If Tupac and Biggie were alive, would they still be called the greatest, or would they be washed up and corny like Eminem?
Think about it, if Eminem had OD'd in 2003, there would be no debate about his greatness. Unfortunately, dying young immortalizes you. Death is entertaining. There's a problem on both sides here. Rappers earn credibility robbing people and catching bodies, and then the middle-class suburban kids live vicariously through it. There's subreddits like Chiracology and New York State of Mind that keep up with the drill rappers of their cities, and in the comments they debate what rapper is actually like that. They speculate and investigate how many bodies they catch like it's Call of Duty. Academics made a whole career off this, sitting behind a laptop covering gang wars in Chicago like it's celebrity gossip. There's entire YouTube channels that make pretty good videos reading arrest records from the police that explain RICO charges and gang takedowns. It feels like watching a mob movie, and that's the problem. This is real life. People keep dying and we keep watching. Post Malone blew up wearing cornrows and grills, rapping about his homies shooting up your block, and now he's doing rock ballads with Ozzy Osbourne. That's really what he wants to do. He's a guitar player, not a gangster. But that's how you get people to pay attention. 6ix9ine was very open about this in his New York Times interview. He had fans in Europe, but he's a kid from Brooklyn. No one cares about Slovakia. So he paid off the 9 Trey Bloods to pose in his video, and you know the rest. He ratted on all of them, and now he's making Mexican music. Vincent Van Gogh got rich from the grave. Basquiat went from doing graffiti in the Lower East Side to selling a painting for $110 million after he died. It's not just hip hop. It makes me think that art is a lie, or at least what they tell you belongs in a museum. The story behind a painting sells it. And the best art derives from pain. We all know it. Emotion makes music, and pain is the strongest feeling. Every creative can relate to feeling like they shouldn't improve their lives out of fear that they'll lose their edge, that if we fix our problems, we'll lose what makes us unique. There's profit in your pain. Your favorite stand-up comedians are depressed. The best musicians are drug addicts. If you get rewarded for your errors, are they really wrong?
Well, I'm with Convoke. He's an artist. He doesn't want to say rapper, but I consider him a rapper.
Is this just how you introduce people? You're just like...
Just listing their whole accomplishments.
Yeah, no, you just...
He's also wearing a tie-dye shirt.
I want the viewer to understand. He literally just whipped the camera out within like 2 seconds is filming and like already interrogating me. It's very impressive.
Okay, so we're talking about how...
Yeah, just skip it.
We're just talking about how pain comes with art. You're saying that, how would you further boost your career right now? Like what action could you commit?
Oh, I see what we're saying. Okay, so basically we were just on the subject of the fact that when artists die or commit suicide, it further legitimizes their art. For instance, I think about killing myself a lot. I just do. Not a big deal, whatever. And if I actually did it, it would legitimize what I say in my music because people would be like, oh my God, this is way more serious now. The same way like with Linkin Park, you know, Chester Bennington killed himself and he had a lot of fucking music that was about really dark themes, and it like further legitimizes and like, oh man, it's so much more deep now. And I think it's just like, it's really unfortunate, but I think it's almost the way it has to be, like if that makes sense, where it's like to cement yourself as like a fixture that was honest and, you know, made some really pivotal shit. You know, you dying in some form or another definitely legitimizes your art, and it's really unfortunate. I don't think it's a good thing, but it's just the way it is, you know. And I'm not gonna do it.
So it's good for your career.
It is good for your career. It's unfortunate, but like it's actually it's not good for your career because you're not.
Well,
there
if you
want to
boost your album sales,
yeah, I guess, but like
kill yourself.
We could we could make it a joke. I mean, it's like a funny thing, and it's also like so unfunny at the same time. But yeah, you know, if you want to fucking make sure that your next of kin makes a shit ton of money and you're an artist, yeah, if you killed yourself, your shit would blow the fuck up, and it's really sad. It's just the way it is, dude.
Yeah, I think Vincent's in here. Yo, Vincent, did you hear?
What?
Did you hear?
What?
Skillshare is giving away 2 free months of premium membership to the first 1,000 people who click the link in the description box. And after that, it's only about $10 a month.
Get the fuck out.
Okay. Damn. Personally, I was reading this class about creative nonfiction by this this lady who writes for the New Yorker. Look, she writes for the New Yorker. She talks about creative nonfiction. It's really good. If you're bored, you don't know what to do next, you might as well learn. Skillshare is a good place to spend your time productively in a time where the world is going, it looks like it's on fire. So you might as well manage your stress. Take a journalism class, some writing, some drawing, ease the pain a little bit, connect with some other creative, inspired people who aren't murdering each other but are learning. You should sign up for Skillshare. I keep talking about them, but it's like the most unproblematic company. It's that simple. You just learn stuff, pay like $10 a month, and if you click the thing, it's free for 2 months. Bada bing, bada boom.